Okay, it's Boyd. Maybe I should prop the phone up on something so you can see this a little bit better. Let's see, move the phone ahead, right there. Okay, there's a pocket. I got the phone sitting on a old plastic toolbox. Yep, I'm still recording. And I put where the microphone is over a little open pocket, so hopefully you can hear me a little bit better. I think I have fully left the last line flare up. I kind of started going downhill a little bit at the end of December 2019, and I was getting worse through January 2020. I became more sensitive to sugar because Lyme disease creates inflammation in the body. Okay, my disclaimer, I'm talking about Lyme disease and health stuff. I'm not a doctor. I have no training in medicine of any kind, natural medicine or regular medicine. So if anything I say in this video inspires you, do your research, see a doctor, get some trained advice. So don't take what I say as gospel, because I'm just a guy that's had Lyme disease about 37 years, diagnosed June of 2013. Went about 30 years between getting a bullseye rash in my right upper arm, which one of my brothers thought, oh, that's just a tick bite. Well, he didn't know. Nope. There was, I don't know how many people in the whole state of Minnesota had even heard of Lyme disease in the early 80s. Very, very few. I've had people, I had a nurse tell me, well, they didn't start hearing about Lyme disease until the late 80s. But anyway, make a long story short, my flare-up, I probably hit bottom in February of 2020. And now it is July 15th. It's the wee hours of the morning, July 15th. It's nice and cool. It's cool in here. And I'm working instead of, in the middle of the day when it's 85, 90 degrees. It's easier to work. I'm a night person, but so I've been feeling better for about, I think I'd say about the last 6 weeks or so. Just slowly better. And my test on flare-ups is, one of my tests is how well do I tolerate sugar. I know I shouldn't touch sugar at all. My doctor says don't have any sugar. Sugar causes inflammation. Lyme disease is already causing inflammation in the body, so sugar makes it worse. I think what sugar does to me, maybe to other people, causes inflammation and restricts blood flow in my skinny arms. I lose strength in my arms. I actually can get pain in my arms. If I have sugar during one of my flare-ups, because my flare-up was basically, let's call it January through May of 2020. If I had sugar, I'm just like a ton of bricks hit me, and I just lose a lot of energy. I get pain in my arms. I lose even more strength in my arms than the flare-up actually does to me. So, but I'm in my storage, pole barn storage. I have 2 sections. I have a section in this barn, a section in another barn. And I'm building some more 4x8 shelves. I got some on that side you can't see with a camera. I got 2 sets of shelves, 4x8 sheets, 2 levels. Well, I'm going to start building another set on this side, because this section here is 13 foot wide, 45 foot long. And so this one, I don't know if I'm going to have 3 levels or 4, because the roof in here slants, it gets higher towards the south end here. And so, but I've been moving stuff out of the way. I think it was last year. It's either last year or the year before I moved most of my metal right here, right under where I'm standing. And just kind of packed it in neatly and then put my extra wood. I have old treated wood I got from a guy I was mowing grass for like 20 years ago. He rebuilt the deck behind his house, and he had this stack of treated wood, a whole bunch of treated wood that he thought he was going to have to pay money to get it hauled away. And I says, well, I could use that. And I took it. He just gave it to me. Boy, he was happy. And I used it to replace the floor in a 16 by 77 trailer that I bought for $200. And then it worked pretty good. I think the longest boards were 12 foot long, so I had to cut them. I had to cut the boards. I cut the boards like overlapping, kind of like this. You know, kind of cut a notch halfway across and then down and over. And then I overlapped them that way. But I had an F-150 on the trailer once, and it broke through those boards, and so I thought, okay, this isn't going to work. And I put all new boards in that trailer before I sold it for $1,300. I did well, but I'm just wandering from one subject to another, and we're already at 7 minutes. So it was a cooler day today, or yesterday, Tuesday. It was a cooler day. The rain showers went through. I got these metal pieces. They're big, darn, that's gotta be, what, 2 feet wide? Let me get the tape measure out. Oh, you can see part of it here. It's like, yep, 2 feet wide. Oh, it's 95 inches long. And then how deep is it? It is almost 7 inches deep. So it's kind of like you took the letter U and you stretched it out. So that's the shape of it, and then the length of it is almost 8 feet, just an inch under 8 feet long. And this sucker weighs, I don't know how much it weighs. I already moved, I got 3 of these. One of them has a notch cut out one end, and then the full uncut one I moved. This is the second uncut one I have to move. Last one I have to move. Then I can start screwing boards together. I'm going to have to buy some more like 2x10s to build this shelf thing. I got a bunch of sheets of plywood. One of my sheets of plywood I picked up like 6 or 7 years ago on the side of the highway. I was out delivering pizza and I saw this sheet of plywood on the side of the highway, and there was one corner of it was a little bit dinged up, and I got off work, came back, went down the highway, came back the other way. Sure enough, it was still there at midnight. Loaded up my Ranger, and away I go. Free plywood. Nobody else claimed it, so it was mine. So I got some sheets of plywood to use for this. Okay, suckers. I have no idea how heavy this thing is. This literally could be 200 pounds for all I know, or over 200 pounds. Okay, wait, I get it tilted up. I gotta be careful. I literally could hurt myself if I slipped or did this wrong. You know, because it's gonna be up by my head, by my neck, and so if it slipped, cut my neck, oh boy, you know, you can die really fast. If you cut one of there's 2 main arteries going up, one over here, going up, supplying blood to your head. There's other main arteries going down on the inside of your legs. You can Google that, research that. But did this. So I did this. So about 5 minutes before I started recording, I did this with the last one. So I can slide it over and then put it up, rest it up on the 2x4s tied to each other. Let me pull this end up. But I got these, darn a good 15 years ago to build mower decks with. I was going to build Pultec mower decks with them. I got mower deck spindles from Toro, 52-inch walk-behind mowers, but you know, with my health, and I've had Lyme disease close to 40 years, I just didn't feel good enough to get to it. So, okay, here I go. Pretty sure we're still recording. I know the battery was down low earlier. Okay, I want to avoid keeping this thing by my neck. Rest it on my leg. Gloves. Got enough. That's got to be at least 200 pounds, maybe 250. I don't know. I don't think it's 300. I've had 4 different Toro 60-inch mower decks in the last 25 years, and they are about 330 pounds. I got my Dixie chopper. Well, you can't see it. My Dixie chopper zero turn over there. The deck is off. It's a 50-inch deck. I think it's heavier than any of the Toro 60-inch mower decks I've had. Some of the metal on it's like a 1/4 inch thick. It's really, really thick. Okay. All right. Let's see. Maybe I should move this piece. And what I'm doing now, I could not physically do when I'm in a Lyme flare-up. I couldn't. I wouldn't have the strength or energy to do this. Okay. Wow. Don't tell anyone it's 4 a.m. My watch just clicked here. Okay, what I do with this is I turn this sucker, and then I do a teeter, 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 teeter. You get to see how big this thing is. See how big this is? Yes. 24 inches across, 95 inches tall, almost 7 inches deep. I think this metal is about 3/16 inch thick. But anyway, I tried selling this a few years ago, thinking, well, I'm never going to get around to using it. I actually had prayed for this. I prayed for this. Maybe God is saying, no point, you can still do it. You can still do it. Because I have people I identifying who they are. I have multiple people in my life who said, just sell everything. Well, gotta be careful. Who are you if other people are running your life? You're not yourself. Okay, now, I got 2x4s over there. Let's see this one. The 2x4s over there. There's the Dixie Chopper mower deck there. That thing's heavy, it's a 50-inch. Those are the metal pieces I just moved around, and then there's lawnmower parts. Lawnmower tires, wheels, a whole bunch of Ford Ranger wheels back there, radiator for my 2009 Ranger, other lawnmower stuff down below. Old table. I sold that old table to my brother's wife back in the, I think the middle 90s before I moved up here. And then she says, oh, I don't want this anymore, and then I bought it back from her about 5 years ago. Yeah, I think it was 2015, just after I got my 2011 Ranger. I bought it back, I think for the same amount. But anyway, I don't know. Oh, I don't have my tripod. Don't have my tripod in here. If I had my tripod in here, I could take video. I could do video of putting the first boards down to for my shelves. See, I don't know how. I've never measured how tall it is up to there. Darn, I'm thinking it's got to be 12 foot. 12. Something like that. Oh, I don't want to get video of my pedal cart. I got my pedal cart on the other side of the picture, and I want to get patents of that, so don't want to be showing people that. I should put a blanket over the pedal cart so I don't accidentally get video of that put on YouTube. Okay, let's see. A board. Here's a board I can put up here. Sorry. Another very amateur video for you, where the phone is put down and you can't see anything. Okay, look at that. Let's see. Oh, see if I can get. Okay. I'm gonna have to grab the drill and change bits, and maybe I should just stop the camera and start again once I'm set up. Alright, on to pause.